Does your midlife belly fat feel stubborn, no matter how sensible you are with food and exercise? A big part of that isn't willpower. It's the way your blood sugar and insulin are working in your 40s and 50s, and a few everyday habits that quietly push things in the wrong direction. In this video, I want to share 3 everyday eating habits and blood sugar patterns that quietly make perimenopause weight loss harder, and what you can start adjusting this week to support your body and start shifting your midlife belly fat. Weight management in midlife feels very different from weight management in your 20s or 30s. You are seemingly doing all the right things, eating well, moving regularly, and yet the scale just won't budge. Or even worse, you are gaining weight around the middle. It is because your body is responding to midlife changes, and perimenopause weight loss operates by slightly different rules. When you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into sugar. That sugar enters your bloodstream and needs to get into your cells. Insulin acts like a key. It unlocks the cells so sugar can move out of your blood into your tissues to be used. When estrogen is more stable, cells tend to respond better to insulin. In perimenopause, estrogen fluctuates and then gradually drops. This lack of stability makes your cells less responsive to insulin. This means that insulin isn't as effective as before, so your body has to produce more insulin more often. Higher insulin levels tell your body to store energy. And in midlife, that storage shows up consistently as fat around the middle. So your midlife belly fat isn't random. It's your body responding to hormonal changes and blood sugar signals. The most common patterns that spike your blood sugar in midlife are just everyday eating habits that most of us fall into without realizing it. Habit number 1 is eating naked carbs. This means eating carbohydrates, especially simple carbs, on their own. When you eat your carbs alone, they hit your bloodstream quickly. Blood sugar rises fast, and your body has to release a lot of insulin to manage it. The improvement is simple. Pair your carbs with protein, healthy fat, or fiber. So if you're having toast, add some avocado, nut butter, or eggs. If you want an apple, have it with a small handful of nuts or a slice of cheese. If you are having pasta, make sure there is a decent amount of protein, healthy fats, and vegetables in the sauce. This will slow down how quickly sugar enters your bloodstream, keeping blood sugar steadier and reducing those big insulin surges that drive midlife belly fat. Habit number 2 is long gaps followed by large meals. This often looks like skipping breakfast, grabbing something small at lunch, and arriving at dinner absolutely starving. By then, your blood sugar is low, your stress hormones are high, and you naturally reach for quick, comforting carbs. You eat fast, eat more than planned, and blood sugar shoots up. Your body has to release a big dose of insulin to deal with it, which then encourages fat storage again, especially belly fat. A more supportive approach is finding a steadier eating rhythm that works for you. For some women, that's 3 balanced meals a day. For others, it's 2 or 3 meals and 1 or 2 planned snacks. The key is not going so long without food that you end up in a crash then binge cycle every evening that makes hormonal weight gain more likely. Habit number 3 is constant grazing, all-day picking and snacking. A handful of something here, a biscuit with tea, a few bites while cooking, a little chocolate every time you pass the kitchen. None of it feels like much, but every time you eat, insulin is released. If you are grazing from morning to evening, insulin stays elevated for most of the day, which makes fat loss in midlife much harder. The goal isn't to never snack. It's to have intentional meals and planned snacks that are actually satisfying, and to build those around protein and fiber. Planned snacks can be Greek yogurt with berries, hummus and vegetables, oatcakes with cheese, instead of constant nibbling on whatever happens to be nearby. So the main point to remember is this: stubborn midlife weight loss isn't usually about trying harder or having more willpower. It's often about understanding how your body reacts to food and hormones now compared to earlier in life. When you start eating in a way that keeps your blood sugar steadier, pairing your carbs with protein, healthy fats, and fiber, not leaving too long gaps between meals, and not grazing all day, Perimenopause weight loss can feel easier. If you found this video helpful, hit like so more women in midlife can find it. And subscribe for more simple, practical habits to support your midlife health, hormones, and weight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.